ओम नमो भगवते श्री अरुणाचल। नमस्ते।
ब्रह्मैवागमिदं जगच्च सकलं चिन्मात्रविस्तारितं सर्वं चैतद अविद्यया त्रिगुणया अशेषं मया कल्पितम् इत्थं यस्य दृढमतिः सुखतरे नित्ये परे निर्मले चाण्डालोऽस्तु सद्विजोऽस्तु गुरुरित् येषा मनीषा मम चाण्डालोऽस्तु सद्विजोऽस्तु गुरुरित् येषा मनीषा मम. This is from Adi Shankaracharya's Manisha Panchaka. I am Brahman, and the whole universe is enveloped by awareness or consciousness only. If at all I see something, it is due to my own projection, due to the ignorance and the play of the three gunas. One who has the firm understanding like this is my guru, whether he be a Brahmana or a sweeper. This is my firm conviction.
Thank you. Everything we see is projection of our own mind. And we get scared of this dream, this waking dream. Dream we see at night is shorter and this is longer. Bhagavan says this is the only difference. There is no other difference. And we all are fully convinced that the dream at night is coming through our own mind. We all know this. There is no confusion in that. This dream in waking is same. All people in this dream, including our own body, and the whole world, what we see, sun, star, moon, everything is coming from our own mind. Problem arises when we try to objectify this mind. We all know that when we have a thought, certain part of the brain activates, but that does not prove that mind is in the brain. Mind is only using the brain. Manomaya kosha, through which all this is being projected to us, is not in the brain. While the brain is in the mind, everything is in the mind. Everything what we see, this infinite universe is in the mind. To explain this to Arjuna, Krishna showed Vishwarupam. He said, whatever you want to imagine, whatever you can see or not see everything in me. Problem is, even if we agree with this, when a situation comes, then we get frightened, isn't it? If a tiger comes, someone insults us, we get some sort of loss. We immediately come to our individual identity. And so we suffer. Jnani can also behave exactly like us, as if he's suffering or he's trying to fix something. But that's just part of the play. But he knows always that it's all is my projection. Even people who are insulting me, all these things happening around me. And he has no animosity against anyone. There are no enemies. But to sort out the current issue or problem, he might disagree. He might even try to correct by harsh word. Like we correct our own kids, we don't hate them. But we want to correct for their own benefit. So a realized being can also look harsh. But that doesn't take away his own knowledge about truth. He is that knowledge. Knowledge that he is everything. Nothing beyond him. And he is fully contented. There is nothing to achieve. When you know this all is dream, what would you like to achieve? In a lucid dream, you are aware of dream. Scenes are coming. For a play, you can still keep playing in that dream. But now you know. Nothing matters. When we know Brahman, we are beyond thoughts, beyond individual doership and identity. We realize the truth in all relationships, in all doings. All forms which don't like you or you don't like them, they are coming from your own mind. So don't mind them. They are just there. And all these objects and forms, and beyond these forms, animate, inanimate, sentient, insentient, everything is in this self. Self is not in your heart sitting here. Everything is self. When we say all what we see here touches projection of mind, this mind is also coming from the self. But we know the self when this projected mind surrenders to self. Mind is the cloud obscuring this pure, clean sky of self. When this mind has no interest in things around, it disappears in this self. This happens with constant practice, an ongoing dispassion for whatever is happening around us. Because there are so many things happening and it seems we have no control in them, try to accept them. If a situation comes you can't accept and you react, as soon as you understand truth of everything, turn into the witness of whatever is happening. Sometimes in a short interval we don't understand why something is happening negative to us and we get frustrated. If we surpass that time, that event, understanding comes. In a seeker's life, there are so many obstacles also. Like everyone else, accept them, but stay on the path of spirituality, whatever your understanding has made you understand. Don't give it up. Yesterday we did a satsang and one of the persons was saying a beautiful song in which he was saying that this is darkness now, night. And we all know that this darkness will go away. And there will be dawn, morning will come. But don't wait for morning to come on its own spontaneously. Burn some candles, create some light. Even when we don't know completely about reality. Even when there are clouds obscuring reality, if you have faith in what it is, be like that, alert and awake, without any reaction. Sometimes in a situation, people don't know whether they should say something or keep quiet. I would say if there is a confusion, keep quiet. That pure energy in you will sometimes speak out even without your knowledge as it thinks appropriate. You adhere to silence only. Keep quiet. This pure knowledge, Jnani, is for us only. Not to say in public. Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that this is utmost secret. Tell only to the one who is interested in it. Clouds of anger, getting upset, reactive, in a situation can come. These are all attributes of mind. Don't fight, don't control. Acknowledge it and be with your inner silence. The moment you witness you're withdrawing energy from the mind and its attributes, when a situation demands to respond, respond with love. Your words can be harsh, but internally you should be loving that person. Unconditional love. No hate, no ill feeling. Because you know the truth. This is all my projection. There is no other in it. All is one. When we know the self in us, we see that self everywhere. In dream state, in waking dream state, and in deep sleep. So many stories can continue in your mind, so many thoughts coming and going. Rather than entertaining them, be with the silence. The silent awareness is always the same. Sometimes people ask that the situation they are living is not conducive to a human being, to a person to live. It's a toxic state. Yes, it might be true. That living could be very toxic for a person. And that is why we have to move from this personhood to pure awareness. We have to transcend, there is no choice. Human being cannot live in that, but pure beingness can eternally survive in all situations. We are that eternal pure awareness, which is not even involved recede back into the source. This is the safest place. I heard about a Jnani. That saint was giving a discourse, and suddenly there was an earthquake. Everyone ran out, only he was left. When earthquake stopped, people came back and felt a bit guilty. They said, "Look, we all ran away, but you stayed there." He said, "No, I also ran away. I ran away inside. I was also not there." In a crisis, we run where we think we are secure. Jnani is always secure within. While a person sometimes feels secure outside, that's why he runs away from the situation. He has no tools to tackle. He thinks with all arguments he has to argue, he has to fight back, or else escape, leave situation. Be the witness of everything, uninvolved witness. Our true nature, never involved. And we are involved all the time. So move from this involved state to uninvolved state. Continue with your role, whatever it is, as acting of the body, but be free from inside all the time. Be in your supreme bliss, Param Shanti. Be in that state where there is pure stillness, no movement. All movements are in the mind. We are not the mind. We are beyond mind. A person is always puppet in hands of mind. This whole mind has created everything and this body. Person feels I am this body. I have no choice but to obey what the mind is saying. But the Jnani moves to the source and understands everything is self. Self is unconditioned. Living as self, we are out of the clutches of mind. Now we can see more clearly. Now we are the knower and we are the knowledge. That self is the knower and knowledge both. This knowledge is different from the knowledge gained by mind about things and objects. This knowledge is about self, which is being described in all these texts which we read and contemplate on. These texts are also written by the people who have analyzed life and reached there. They are also talking about truth. But you are truth. Read your inner book. Be one with that. Never leave it. This is end of a story of a person. The body is alive, the person is dead. Self is carrying this body and all bodies. And this which is dead even in one person can be dead in all persons if they want. Because this is not an accident. This is not a mistake. This is not an exception. This is a rule. If your longing is to know that, this middleman called ego will disappear. Keep your eyes on self, pure self. This pure self is impersonal. It is same in all of us. Self-realized by me and self-realized by you is the same self. It is the same self. There are not many self. Even someone realizes self in any other planet. He knows any other language. Whenever, wherever anyone has realized self, it is the same self. Self realized by Jesus or Buddha or Ramana or by you. It has never changed at all. It is same, always the same. Wherever we are, whatever the situation is, we can contemplate that self there itself. In reality, there is nothing else to gain except knowing the truth, knowing reality. No other knowledge can release this bondage. No other knowledge can give us eternal freedom. Give up your small I, which invites all these thoughts. They come to talk to this small I. They have no clue about real I. But in the light of real I, everything is dim, like a background noise. Loses its effect on us. There might come a thought, but it has no grip on us. Be that pure witness all the time. Never move out of this state, whatever comes, whatever happens. There is no other place to go for a Jnani. Once you know it, how can you forget if that is you? transcend mind so you always stay as pure awareness. From ground, when you see on a cloudy sky, you cannot see any sky. But if you go in a plane, pass all these clouds, you will see a very clear blue sky all over. Go beyond mind. Transcend your mind. Stop analyzing your thoughts. Stop feeding to your mind by your interest. Have intense dispassion, vairagya. Sometimes we have interest, and in seeker's life, that interest gives rise to stress or tension and bring us back to the source. This is grace. This is compassion of the divine in us to keep us here. That self is the party spoiler. So we stay within. Be with that all the time. You cannot find anything as pure as your own self. Self is the best gift to us. People look for good times, good happenings. Knowing the self is the best thing which can happen to any being on this earth. Know this truth. Dispassion only means that you know this truth, that this is the most important thing. And so you have no interest in any other thing. With all attention and energy, you are focused in your heart Om Do Shanti Shanti Antarikshagum Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapa Shanti Roshadaya Shanti Vanaspataya Shanti Vishvedeva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagun Shanti Reva Shanti Shama Shanti Redhi Om Shanti 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 Om